To order, please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, welcome to our May 4th council meeting. Matt, we start us off with a roll call.
Councillor Halter.
Here.
Batolo.
Here.
West.
Here.
Hickerson. Savage.
Here.
Robinson. Demus.
Here.
Zadi.
Here.
Mayor Como.
Here, Councilor's first order of business, I'd entertain a motion to approve the revised agenda you have before you here tonight.
So moved, Your Honor.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Okay, councilors, next item on your agenda, we need a motion to approve the the minutes from the city council meeting of April 20th, 2021, and the special city council meeting minutes of April 21st, 2021.
Your Honor,
Councilman West,
move to approve those minutes as presented.
we do have a motion to approve these minutes. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay, councilors, we're going to move on to the appointments section of our agenda, and we have, Mr. President and members of the councils, the name of Jim Blazevich. I submit to you to serve first term on the Board of Adjustments.
Hey, Council, you have before you the name Jim Blazevich for first term appointment to Board of Adjustment. Can I get a motion?
Mr. President,
Yes.
so moved.
And a second, please.
Second.
Roll call.
Councillor Batolo.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Savage.
Yes.
Demus.
Yes.
Zadi.
Yes.
Halter.
Yes.
Mayor, you have your appointment.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the council. Mr. President, I submit the name of Sue Lozier to serve first term Board of Adjustments.
Council, you have before you the name Sue Lozier, first term Board of Adjustment. Can I get a motion for approval?
So moved.
And a second, please.
Second.
And roll call.
Councillor West.
Yes.
Savage.
Yes.
Demus.
Yes.
Zadi.
Yes.
Halter.
Yes.
Batolo.
Yes.
Mayor, you have your appointment.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the council. Mr. President, I submit to you the name of David Johnson to serve on the Historic Preservation Committee.
Council, you have before you the name David Johnson for the Rock Springs Historic Preservation Committee. Can I get a motion for approval?
Mr. President,
Councilor Savage.
I move to approve Dave Johnson.
And can I get a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councillor Savage.
Yes.
Demus.
Yes.
Zadi.
Yes.
Halter.
Yes.
Batolo.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Mayor, you have your appointment.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the council. The next three appointments, councilors, are change from dissolving the Communities Protecting the Green and creating the Sweetwater County Water Users Coalition Committee. Mr. President, members of the council, I submit to you the name of Brian Seppi as the Rock Springs rep, Eddie Baker as the joint appointment, and Richard Matthew a joint appointment.
Hey, Council, you have before you the names Brian Seppi, Eddie Baker, and Richard Matthey as appointees for the Sweetwater County Water Users Coalition Committee. Approval will be contingent upon approval of Resolution 2021-63. Can I get a motion?
So moved, Mr. President.
And a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councillor Demus.
Yes.
Zadi.
Yes.
Halter.
Yes.
Batolo.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Savage.
Yes.
Mayor, you have your appointment.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the council. It's going to move us on to the presentations and proclamations section of our agenda, and we are honored tonight to have two ladies that have worked their tail off promoting our county, and it's also Economic Development Week, which we have a proclamation, but we're going to let them come up. I believe they have a short presentation for us, and turn it over to Kayla and Janissa.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Yes, thank you for your support for National Economic Development Week. That's actually next week, and we have partnered with Western Wyoming Community College for Career and Community College Month, which was last month for April, and we are working with Janessa and Travel and Tourism for National Travel and Tourism Week, which is this week. And I'd like to express our thanks to you guys for your support of SEDC, and I'm going to turn it over to Janessa, and she's going to give you some economic impact numbers, and then we're going to present the video to you.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Like she said, I'm Janessa Meredith. I'm the Executive Director of Sweetwater County Travel and Tourism. I wanted to share a few economic impact numbers with you that just came out. The Dean Runyon report that we reference often in the back of my annual report, I always talk about the Dean Runyon report that the Wyoming Office of Tourism puts out. So typically, traveler spending in Sweetwater County is about $160 million a year. That's what it was in 2019. And in 2020, it was $122.6 million. So down about 24%, but still significant. And then travel-related jobs are typically around 1,500 in Sweetwater County. And in 2020, they went down to 1,270. And then our total visitors are usually around 600,000. We host over 600,000 visitors every year, and in 2020, that was down to 483,770. So still quite significant. So we were really honored to be able to partner with SEDC and WWCC to recognize tourism, economic development, and higher education in Sweetwater County. So here's the video that we created for that.
There is an engine running quietly in Sweetwater County, Wyoming. And although quiet, this engine is fierce. It is an engine that provides us all with a chance to learn more, see further, and soar higher than we ever thought possible. Encouraging us to take risks, break barriers, and grow from deep within. This engine is vital to the future of Sweetwater County, and it's hard at work every day. It gives us the good fortune of having high-paying jobs where we can put in an honest and rewarding day's work and take good care of our families. All while exploring where dinosaurs and outlaws once roamed, with no borders or boundaries, making memories to last a lifetime. This engine is investing in our residents, making us stronger, smarter, and better able to take on anything this world brings. This engine is not limited by rain, wind, or drought, or deterred by unlikely hoods, old reputations, or doubters of any kind. This engine is treating strangers like friends, and when they visit our area on vacation, they experience a high desert landscape and warm hospitality like no other. They're able to see for 100 miles, breathe crisp, clean air, and experience what makes the West so wild. This engine is working hard to ensure that we all remain Sweetwater strong. Take heart, Sweetwater County, and know that good things are happening right here at home.
How'd you like that?
I think that's just awesome, and those three entities go hand in growing our economy and our communities, and it's amazing just the numbers through last year with all we went through, still pretty significant.
Absolutely. It makes me really proud to see that video. And thank you, Mayor, for doing the proclamation.
There is an engine running quietly in Sweetwater County.
Do we ever not have audio and video issues when you show up?
It's always Janessa.
I don't know. But yes, thank you for reading that proclamation on a statewide call. All of the mayors around the state were asked to read a statewide proclamation for National Travel and Tourism Week, which is this week. So we really appreciate your participation in that as well.
Well, we do have a proclamation here for National Economic Development Week and Community College Month and Travel and Tourism as well. We look forward to an aggressive and exciting upcoming summer. And we're already seeing people wanting to get out. 500,000, upwards of 500,000 people visited Sweetwater County just last year, which, if you consider all that we've been through, that's pretty significant. Of course, you can't find an RV anywhere. Those are non-existent, but we're hoping that those people are more comfortable with spending time in hotels, motels, and the like. But our proclamation reads, whereas the International Economic Development Council is the largest professional economic development organization dedicated to serving economic developers. And the International Economic Development Council provides leadership and excellence in economic development for communities, members, and partners through conferences, training courses, advisory services, and research, in-depth publications, public policy advocacy, and initiatives such as the Accredited Economic Development Organization Program and the Certified Economic Development designation. And economic developers promote economic well-being and quality of life for their communities by creating, retaining, and expanding jobs that facilitate growth, enhance wealth, and provide a stable tax base. And economic developers stimulate and incubate entrepreneurism in order to help establish the next generation of new businesses, which is the hallmark of the American economy. And economic developers are engaged in a wide variety of settings, including rural and urban, local, state, provincial, and federal governments, public-private partnerships, chambers of commerce, universities, and a variety of other institutions. And economic developers attract and retain high-quality jobs, develop vibrant communities, and improve the quality of life in their regions. And economic developers work in the city of Rock Springs within the state of Wyoming. And now therefore be it resolved, I, Timothy A. Como, Mayor of the City of Rock Springs, do hereby proclaim the week of May 9th through the 15th, 2021 to be National Economic Development Week in Rock Springs, Wyoming, and remind individuals of the importance of this community celebration which supports expanding career opportunities and improving the quality of life of our citizens. I think this is just key. One of the things that I think we all forget about, and like I said, goes hand in hand with economic development, is travel and tourism. What a huge revenue generator for the state. And we're located right on the I-80 corridor, the 191 corridor. They have to come here to get there. And we'd like to keep them for a while to spend money. And I think that's extremely important. And we need to, I don't want to say take advantage of the opportunity, but we need to take advantage of the opportunity. And I look forward to an exciting season. So thank you, too, for what you do. It's always nice to have you here and give us a little bit of information on what you've been doing and what the future holds. Keep up doing the good work. Proclamation. Let's give these two ladies a round of applause. They do us a good job. It's nice to see some positive coming forward and not always having to talk about the negative and masks and all that kind of crap. With that, we are going to move on to the petition section of our agenda. Thank you. Have a good evening. Is there anyone here tonight wishing to address the council on any issue whatsoever? This is your time to do so. Anyone? Okay, I'm going to close the petition section of our agenda. We're going to move on to the council committee and board reports. We have item number 1, the Joint Powers Telecom Board meeting minutes of March 25th, 2021. 2, the Joint Powers Combined Communication Board meeting minutes of March 29th, 2021. And 3, the Main Street Board meeting minutes of April 12th, 2021. I believe Councilor West may want to add a report.
Yeah, thanks, Your Honor. More or less, just things are kind of beginning to progress with talks relative to the specific purpose tax. I've received a couple phone calls from the commissioners wondering how Rock Springs feels about the next effort and how long they want to see the tax and things of that nature. So I think it might be wise for us to get together, perhaps in a workshop type setting with maybe some of the department heads and kind of prioritize where we're at and where we'd like to go. Obviously, we had a list before we suspended our efforts last year, but things change rather quickly, and some of those projects might have different priorities and things of that nature. So they plan on discussing and making some decisions at their next meeting 2 weeks from today. And so I would like to have a little direction from this group as to what you think might be best and what you think the voters might support come 2022. So another meeting, unfortunately, but it's a pretty hot topic, and there's a lot of tax initiatives that I think are going to be hitting the table. So I'd like to be as prepared as possible, and that way I can speak on your behalf.
Thanks, Councilor West, and I think that that is a good idea. This group's always been prepared, and it's good to discuss any changes from our last list, come up with an idea of what is important to us as a group, put them down on paper, have some discussion, maybe vote on the top projects that we feel are important, and a limit on what we feel is acceptable. So with that, we will schedule a workshop. Kristen will reach out to the group to include the council and the department heads, and discuss the past list, any current input from upcoming projects that may have surfaced since that time, and discuss some costs if we could. She'll reach out. Any other council committee or board reports? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve the council committee and board reports and place on file.
Your Honor,
Councilman Tolo.
so moved.
We do have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's going to move us down to the correspondence, councilors. If you've had time to review the correspondence, if there are no questions, I would entertain a motion to approve the correspondence and place on file.
So moved, Your Honor.
We do have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's going to move us to the bills and claims, councilors, and item number 1 is the bills and claims for May 4th, 2021. What's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Demas?
I make a motion to approve the bills and claims for May 4th, 2021.
Councilors, we do have a motion to approve the bills and claims for May 4th, 2021. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 2, the salaries for April 22nd, 2021. What's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Demas?
I make a motion to approve the salaries for April 22nd, 2021.
Councilors, we do have a motion to approve the salaries for April 22nd, 2021. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, this is going to bring us to the new business item sections of our agenda, councilors. And item number 1 is the approval of the preliminary budget for the City of Rock Springs for the period ending June 30th, 2022. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor.
Councilman West?
Move to approve.
We do have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 2 is the request from the Finance Department for permission to dispose of surplus property. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman Batolo?
so moved.
We do have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Item number 3 is the request from Engineering Operations and Public Services Department for permission to fill a vacant wastewater treatment plant operator 1 position at the Water Reclamation Facility. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Demas?
I make a motion to approve this request.
Councilors, we do have a motion to approve this request. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And item number 4 is the request from the Fire Department for permission to fill a vacant battalion chief position. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor.
Councilman West?
Move to approve this request.
We do have a motion to approve the request. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 5 is a request from the fire department for permission to fill 2 vacant captain positions. Counselors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Demus?
I make a motion to approve this request.
We do have a motion to approve this request. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 6, request from the fire department for permission to fill 2 vacant firefighter positions. Counselors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman Savage?
I move to approve this request.
We do have a motion to approve this request. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed?
Your Honor,
Councilman Zadi?
I'd just like to take the time to thank both Mr. Colbert and Gaddy for their time served with the Rock Springs Fire Department. I'm sad to see him move on, but I wish him well in future endeavors.
Yes, I would reiterate that and look at the ripple it's made. Many years of service and dedication and knowledge, great people. Hate to see them move, but hopefully one day soon we'll all follow in those footsteps. Thanks, Councilor Zadi. Item number 8, the request from Lou's Incorporated for a liquor catering permit for the
No,
Alex.
Point of order, Your Honor.
Oh, yes.
Number 7.
Did we not get there? Nope. Item number 7, request from the Parks and Recreation Department for permission to apply for a Wyoming Community Foundation grant to replace playground equipment at the Bunning Park and to purchase 1 inflatable bounce house and equipment for the Weebit at the Civic Center.
Your Honor,
Councilman Batolo,
so moved.
you have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, Councilor West, for keeping me straight. Item number 8 is the request from Lou's Incorporated for a liquor catering permit for the Alex McCurtain wedding, June 5th, 2021, from 2 p.m. to midnight at the Bunning Hall. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Demus.
I make a motion to approve this request.
We do have a motion to approve this request. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Item number 9, request from Black Rock Incorporated for a liquor catering permit for the American Legion Riders Poker Run on June 12th, 2021, from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. at the Old Legion Hall, 543 Broadway. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman West,
move to approve this request.
do you have a motion to approve? Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 10 is a request from the American Legion Riders Post 24 for road closure for the 15th annual charity run on June 12th, 2021, from 501 Main Street to the corner of South Main and E Street from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Demus.
I make a motion to approve this request.
We do have a motion to approve this request. We have a second.
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And item number 11, the request from Sweetwater Against Trafficking for road closures for the 14th annual Rods and Rails Car Shows on June 19th, 2021, to include North Front Street from the Park Hotel to K Street and the North Front parking lot, and J Street from North Front Street to 5th Street from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Demus.
I make a motion to approve this request.
We do have a motion to honor this request. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, councilors, this is going to move us on to the resolution section of our agenda, of which we have 2. Item number 1, Resolution 2021-63.
A resolution rescinding the city's participation in the steering committee, otherwise known as the Communities Protecting the Green, and accepting and approving a new cooperative agreement between the city of Rock Springs, Wyoming, the city of Green River, Wyoming, and Sweetwater County, Wyoming, and forming the new Sweetwater County Water Users Coalition.
Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman West.
Move to approve Resolution 2021-63.
We do have a motion to approve Resolution 2021-63. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. Roll call.
Counselor Zadi,
Yes.
Halter,
Yes.
Batolo,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Savage,
Yes.
Demus,
Yes.
Mayor Como.
Yes. Item number 2, Resolution 2021-64.
A resolution accepting and approving an Amendment 1 to the grant award agreement between Wyoming Office of Homeland Security and City of Rock Springs, and authorizing Timothy A. Como as mayor of the City of Rock Springs, Wyoming, and Matthew L. McBurnett as city clerk of the City of Rock Springs to execute said Amendment 1 on behalf of said city.
Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Demus.
I make a motion to approve Resolution 2021-64.
Councilors, we have a motion to approve Resolution 2021-64. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's called. Roll call.
Counselor Halter,
Yes.
Batolo,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Savage,
Yes.
Demus,
Yes.
Zadi,
Yes.
Mayor Como.
Yes. Councilors, this is going to bring us to the ordinance section of our agenda. We have 3 ordinances. First ordinance, 2021-03, is on third reading.
An ordinance amending Article 10-1 of the ordinances of the City of Rock Springs, Wyoming, entitled Liquor License, whereas effective July 1st, 2021, amendments of Title 12 to the Wyoming statutes related to alcoholic beverages will take effect.
Councilors, third reading, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman West.
move to approve ordinance 2021-03.
Councilors, we do have a motion to approve ordinance 2021-03 on third reading. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. Roll call.
Counselor Batolo,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Savage,
Yes.
Demus,
Yes.
Zadi,
Yes.
Halter,
Yes.
Mayor Como.
Yes. Item number 2, ordinance 2021-04, second reading.
An ordinance amending Article 5-2 entitled Operation of Motor Vehicles of the Ordinances of the City of Rock Springs, Wyoming, whereas the governing body of the City of Rock Springs desires to amend Article 5-2 entitled Operation of Motor Vehicles, Section 5207 of the Ordinances of the City of Rock Springs.
Item number 3, ordinance 2021-05, second reading.
An ordinance creating Article 1010 Shared Electric Scooter Program within Chapter 10 Issuance and Regulation of Licenses and Permits of the Ordinances of the City of Rock Springs, Wyoming, whereas the City of Rock Springs desires to broaden the range of environmentally friendly, flexible, affordable, and accessible multimodal transportation options available to the citizens of Rock Springs.
Councilors, with no further business to come before the city council, this meeting is adjourned.